Welcome in, Renegades. Now, it's been a long while since we've had an actual video where I could do some news and some TA. I just want to talk for a minute real quick before we get into the news and then the charts that we're going to talk about. Now, there is a lot of, hold on, what is going on here? Oh, can't go live on Twitter without Twitter Blue. So that's good to know. So basically, we are going to be heading into the biggest bull market we've ever seen. I needed some time off during, this little area, but I'm back even before the price skyrocketed because I believe that the time is coming very soon, especially we're on the precipice of history right here. The internet computer, let's just talk about this crypto for a second. So those of you that don't know about the internet computer, what this crypto is a self-sovereign cloud platform. And what it does is it takes everything that every other blockchain is trying to do and doing and putting it on chain. A lot of the other blockchains use Amazon Web Services, and ICP is trying to have other cryptos utilize the internet computer for these capabilities. Now, I was even thinking about getting a project developed before Caffeine AI, which is the future of the internet computer and the future of crypto as it is, on-chain AI capabilities. So with that coming up, we have the anniversary of the World Computer Summit coming up, and we are getting ready for the Bitcoin money to start moving into altcoins, into stable coins. We are getting ready to see the biggest altcoin season. You're going to see there hasn't been a lot of liquidity in the market, which just means the money has not transferred yet from Bitcoin over to the altcoins. But with Trump in office and him being pro crypto and all the things that he is doing to push crypto into the mainstream, and talking about a Bitcoin treasury for the United States, it's going to be an exciting bull run in crypto. I'm so glad to be back. Thank you guys for joining me. What is up, everybody? Glad to see you here. XCN, that's a legit old school crypto right there, baby. So we might have time to look at that. If not, I think I'm gonna dedicate one live stream a week, so where we might take a look at that. Maybe it'll be a Wednesday that we look at other cryptos, because I am gonna start moving out of ICP a little bit. It's my main focus and where my heart is. So, but I do want to share a bunch of things. I want to get back right where we left off, guys, and just start showing you the amazing capabilities and what is going on the internet computer right now. So we need to remove that. Wait, what is going on here? There we go. Okay. So basically, this is going to be the World Computer Summit in Zurich. They have it every single year, and this year is going to be huge because there is going to be a huge announcement we're going to be talking about going into this summit. So basically, the DFINITY Foundation, the driving force behind the internet computer, has announced several significant updates over the past weeks. These developments shared through the foundation's official X account underscore the ecosystem's growth and innovation. So the DFINITY Foundation has confirmed that the World Computer Summit 2025 will take place on June 3rd, 2025 in Zurich, Switzerland. Positioned as a cornerstone event for the internet computer ecosystem, WCS25 aims to bring together developers, researchers, and blockchain enthusiasts to explore cutting-edge advancements. The summit will feature panels on blockchain and interoperability, decentralized artificial intelligence, and a keynote introducing a concept of self-writing internet. So let's just look at couple of things that are going to be there. Orbit DAO and fund management tool, functionality and features. The DFINITY Foundation shared more information on Orbit, a tool designed to streamline the management of DAOs and funds. Built on the internet computer's threshold cryptography, Orbit supports a range of tokens, including ICP, CKBTC, CKF, and ICRC1, with plans to incorporate Ethereum and ERC20 tokens in the future. This cross-chain capability positions Orbit as a versatile solution for decentralized financial management. Liquidium FIs, upcoming announcement at Bitcoin Vegas. And we have Bitcoin Vegas that's happening as well. So the protocol shared news of a major announcement from Liquidium FI set to be revealed at Bitcoin Vegas. Part of the Bitcoin conference, described as potentially disruptive, the development could reshape possibilities within the Bitcoin ecosystem, likely through integration with the Internet Computers technology. So they have an ICP dashboard upgrade. The broader implications are going to be massive, and let's get more into why. Well, this talking about DAOs, right? So basically, the internet computer is dominating as the top DAOs throughout the board. We got Water Neuron at the very top with, it looks like, how does this work? Successful proposals in the last 30 days. So lots of proposals, but the successful ones that have been adopted by the community. Of course, the network nervous system where you stake your ICP is number 2. Can't believe Water Neuron actually got above there. But this just shows you that the internet computer is doing it big, doing big things. Now, for the self-writing internet that we heard so much about. Now, this is going to be Caffeine AI. Guys, I wanted to show you something before we get into some actual noteworthy news. So Dominic Williams was on CBS News. So everybody's trying to say, well, why isn't Definity marketing? What are they doing out there? Well, Dominic Williams is going on the biggest platforms that there is, talking about the self-writing and sovereign internet paradigm, AI on the internet computer. So these big news publications are finally starting to take note of the internet computer, because now that they're bringing AI completely on chain, which has never been done by any other blockchain in the history of crypto, this is monumental news, and the mainstream media is going to start picking this up. It's going to start being a forefront in our life today. We're going to start seeing this mainstream. So the adoption is happening, the marketing is happening, and the technology has been there, and now it's starting to shine. So let's get into what this self-writing internet is. Dominic Williams, founder and chief scientist at Definity Foundation, believes we're entering a new era where developers won't be developers in the traditional sense, and where the internet computer replaces platforms like AWS by offering something radically different, a truly open internet. Speaking to the Street Roundtable host Rob Nelson, Williams said the internet computer enables what he calls self-writing apps, where ordinary people simply talk to AI and it builds their web services. We're at an inflection point, Williams said. In the future, the end user will in fact just choose a self-writing application platform. He explained that today app creation depends on developers choosing familiar IT stacks like Amazon Web Services, but that's changing fast. Developers are going to be ordinary people that just talk to AI. And the AI will build and orchestrate their web applications, internet services, or other functionality end to end. But beyond AI-powered app creation, Williams argues that the internet computer already offers capabilities Amazon can't match, like truly decentralized social networks. So this is the future, guys. Caffeine AI is not just hype. This isn't just hype. This is big publications that are coming out and understanding AI is the future of the world, guys. And if we can bring it, the only blockchain that can bring AI completely on chain as a stack, come on, guys. This is the future, and this is why the internet computer is my biggest holding and will always be my biggest holding. I am internet computer through and through. So let's get more into this amazing technology that is going to be awesome for a developer or a business entrepreneur who is trying to find developers, and they cost a lot of money, and it makes it hard to build a project when you don't have millions of dollars in funding. It just makes it a lot harder, and this is going to be a step in the direction that is going to bring us to the biggest precipice of history that we have seen in our lifetimes. So Williams began by highlighting a key technical milestone. ICP remains the only blockchain that runs AI models on chain, not just controlling them via token wrappers or cloud APIs. There's a lot of people talking about on-chain AIs, but what they mean is an AI running on Amazon Web Services with a token somewhere on chain, Williams said. That's not what we're doing. We're running actual AI models as smart contracts. This capability required a rethinking of how blockchains work. Williams explained that on ICP, AI models execute prompts in a decentralized environment without relying on centralized data centers. This makes them verifiable, censorship resistant, and most importantly, trustless. Williams emphasized that this design lays the foundation for a new internet architecture where cloud providers don't gatekeep. Running AIs on AWS or any centralized cloud provider introduces gatekeeping risks by allowing third-party control over infrastructure that should ideally be centralized and censorship resistant. So how could this replace traditional development and consulting? Well, I want to talk about that from my own perspective for a second. Like I was saying, this is going to allow entrepreneurs to be able to create their dream projects without the massive funding that it takes to start. And then it's still going to take business acumen, and it's going to take intelligence, and it's going to take, a customer base to be able to use that app. So it's still going to take skill, but this will bridge the gap for the people who don't have the funding required for a significant project, a video game, a DApp, a decentralized exchange, whatever you want to build that you can articulate to AI. So he views AI as not just an upgrade, but a total paradigm shift. Self-writing is going to completely change our relationship with tech, he said. Today, developers write code, deploy to servers, and maintain infrastructure. But tomorrow, according to Williams, users will simply describe what they want to an AI, and the internet computer will build and host the app, providing a secure URL for users to access it. So you can make your own social media, from AI assisted to AI native. So So all other blockchains are assisted. We are AI native. And it'll help with data loss risks in real-time AI coding. Chain key enables AI apps to interact with multiple blockchains. So this is going to be able to put AI on other blockchains using Web3 and not Amazon Web Services. Reset Web3's focus from tokens to real utility. That's what I'm talking about, guys. So talking about this chain key, it works perfectly into the video. I don't know if you knew, but did you know the internet computer supports wrapped on-chain versions of major crypto assets like Bitcoin, which is CKBTC, Ethereum, CKF, Tether, CKUSDC, USDT, and USD Coin, CKUSDC. These CK tokens are one-for-one representations of their original counterparts. Backed and secured through ICP's chain key cryptography, unlike tokens issued by centralized custodians, these versions are fully native to the ICP ecosystem and retain their real-world value by being interoperable with ICP-based smart contracts, applications, and services. So instead of relying on risky third-party bridges, ICP used built-in decentralized mechanism to bridge these assets. When a user transfers Bitcoin, for instance, it's locked in a secure address on the Bitcoin blockchain, and an equal amount of CKBTC is issued on the internet computer. This approach ensures the asset remains cryptographically backed and redeemable, while avoiding the vulnerabilities that have plagued traditional bridge protocols in the past. Bridge assets on ICP offer several practical benefits. Transactions complete in under a second and cost a fraction of a cent, making them ideal for microtransactions, real-time DeFi applications, and gaming. These tokens can be used seamlessly within ICP's growing DApp ecosystem, with no need to exit the original blockchain unless desired. The result is a faster, cheaper, and more secure experience with users who want the value of major assets like BTC and ETH without the constraints of their original networks. Santa Mint. Look at this. All-time high market cap. Okay, that market cap's doing good. The volume's decreasing, but that's pretty cool. This is legit, guys. So let me just talk about this for a second. So ICP, I've been a Bitcoin guy, obviously, Bitcoin Renegade. I think Bitcoin is the future of finance, but I think the internet computer is the future of Web3. I think it is going to change the paradigm that we see today as something that can be built upon by your average Joe. And this is going to allow more liquidity to come into the market. People will incubate their projects more instead of giving up sooner. And this is going to just change the way that businesses see this. I really see mass adoption. Definity is doing a lot of stuff behind the scenes. As I showed you there on CBS, they're doing so many things behind the scenes with governments, with multi-level massive businesses. They are actually changing the way that crypto interacts with traditional finance, and it can be the infrastructure for so many different things. So guys, we're gonna go and look at the price, but I want you guys to realize that the internet computer, with the volume that's getting ready to come into the market, that's going to be all crypto. All crypto is down. All altcoins are down really, really bad right now. So when you add the Caffeine AI, we're going to be at 20 bucks here pretty soon. It's going to happen in the next couple of months. We're just going to shoot up to 20 bucks. That's what's going to happen. We're going to hit 13, bounce there for like a second, and then keep going up is my prediction. I don't know if that's true, but that's my calculation. And so with this happening on June 3rd, this is when I think the market's going to start to recover, is early June. So it does normally, and we'll look at that. But I think we are heading into the biggest part. We're going to see Bitcoin top out somewhere around November to January. We're going to see an altcoin season happen from, I would say, October into probably, or late October into Thanksgiving. And we're going to see a massive altcoin season right around Thanksgiving. That's just my prediction. Now let's go look at the charts, because this is what we want to see. I'm seeing a lot of good stuff, but guys, okay, sorry, one more thing. It's insane what is happening. It's truly insane that they're able to bring AI onto the blockchain. A few years ago, AI wasn't even on ChatGPT, right? We got ChatGPT, one of the best things. It's changed my life in monumental ways. So I just can't stress enough that this Caffeine AI is going to be the biggest thing that we have seen since the launch of ICP. So let's go, guys. Let's get it. All right. Let's see. I think I have it on the wrong one. There we go. Okay, let's see what our volume. So I already know what the problem is in the market, guys, and this is a good problem to have. So this is what we want to see. We don't want to see massive amounts of volume without ICP moving. Now let's just take a look at this volume. This volume is very, 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 very important. And we'll start moving again once the volume starts coming into the market. And I'll show you the entire market too. We'll just look at the last month. We had one pump where ICP was over 100 million in volume, and you see what happens. Anytime we go below that 100 million, we're just going to bounce. And this didn't even hit 100 million here, did it? Yeah, we're just going to bounce. So we're going to hit this resistance. We actually probably needed somewhere around 130, 140 million, but the market wasn't moving, so that doesn't matter. So, and we're sitting at about 67.77 million. That is an amazing amount of volume for where we're at in the market. Now let's just take a look back the year, and I'm going to show you why this volume is so important. Let's just go look back where we were. 150 million went down to about 50, 60, back up. See, about 100 million. You can't break that area. You just can't. Actually, let's go back further, because it's been a little more than a year. So let's just look back here. When we moved from $3, let's say, where was it? Yeah, $3. Look at that, 20 million in volume, and we're sitting at 67 right now. But then watch this volume start to really rise over here, if I can get it to move. So look at that volume. This one day was at 400. Look at that. From $5, 60 million. This is my point exactly. And this is all we are waiting for, guys. This is it. December. Remember December 2023. Very, very fun time. Then boom, we go all the way up. Look at that. From 80 million at 529 to $9.79, 231 million the next week. So this is what's going to happen, guys. And then boom, look at that. The volume stays up there. We go to 449 million that day, or that week. No, that was that day. 24-hour volume that day. Then boom, 209. See, we just stay there with that nice, consistent volume over 100. And then look at that. We go from 137 million to 740 million. Takes us to 13 bucks. So where did we go to 20 at? I know we went to right here, somewhere around here. So yeah, that big, look at that big volume. So that's what we need to see in the shorter term. And I'm going to show you other cryptos too. So we're only at 67 million. We could actually pump from here if the rest of the market moves, and then the big volume will start to come in once they know it's altcoin season. They're not going to keep dumping money in altcoins that are going to keep dumping. So the big money is going to wait for the market to start moving, and then it's really going to move. The volume will come in and we'll be good to go. But let's take a look. I just want to show you it's not just ICP that the volume's gone down massively. This is all altcoins. Welcome to crypto. Welcome to crypto. Let's just choose Avalanche for an instance. It has way bigger volume than ICP, but I'm going to show you. Most likely it went down. I can't guarantee anything. Almost 400 million in volume last 24 hours, but let's just go look at the last year. So yeah, 250, all the way up to a billion. Look at that, billions. 1.4 billion, 1.2 billion, 700 million, 3.3 billion. So I'm just telling you, once the market starts to recover and we start to get the volume again, because look, 100 million down pretty far. So, and it is starting to climb up again. So, you know, if other projects are starting to see liquidity, like the internet computer has gone up as well, you can just see that the market is going to start to recover very soon. Let's look at stable coins. Not too great to say that we're going to have an altcoin season. We want to see that over 80 to 100 billion per day. So let's just look Solana, for instance. I mean, maybe that's not. Let's pick one that's closer to the internet computer down here. Where is Aptos? Here we go. Here's a good example. Number 33, Aptos. 159, look at that, 23% in volume up. But even in the last year, look at that, 100 million, nothing, 80 million, no volume. Then it comes up here, 200 million, 300 million, 400 million, a billion. So I'm just telling you, once the money starts flowing into the market, we're going to see some massive gains start to happen. From 64 million up to 500, 2.7 billion. Look at that, 900, oh my gosh. So, and then what are we at? Yeah, and see the volume just sloped down, and then the market goes down. So we just need the volume back in the market. Now let's look at ICP. So a few things here, a few things happening. So we have, first off, we have a few things going on here that I want to talk about. Let's just delete everything so we can start over. We're just going to start over. So I want to start first with a falling wedge, which I'm going to start right here. So we have this falling wedge that we are actually testing a breakout right now, 553. This is exactly the area that I was talking about. But this falling wedge could bring us back to the top up here, 717. And there's another thing just right here. Hold on. How come that? Weird. Okay, I don't know what just happened there, but we gonna just move this up here because I'm having technical difficulties twice today. I tried to go press live earlier, and then it told me I went live, and then it said it failed. So I don't know what happened earlier, but yeah, so 7. Now, let's also, as you saw the drawing up here, this is a funky looking inverse head and shoulders, but I've seen these play out 9 times out of 10 if we break the resistance level. So we got the head right here, which is lower than the left shoulder, and it's lower than the right shoulder. Okay, so what we're going to do is take this. Let's get that back to here. Take this, which is the falling wedge, put it right here. And now we have an inverse head and shoulders with a right shoulder, a left shoulder, and a head. So, or you could even do wick to wick. You could do this wick to that wick, and then we got another inverse head and shoulders. So, and that will bring us right to, I bet you, right around that $7 marker, because this is what's up, because these all work together. That's why it's technical analysis. So if we get, look at that. Look at that. So it'll bring us almost right up to that point. Look at that. So I really think the internet computer is gearing for a move. All we need is some liquidity in the market, and we will see ICP start to move. The charts are looking sexy. I want to show you a bigger pattern now. We're on the weekly. Okay, this is a massive pattern too. So as you see right here, we're going to use the same head. So this is the head. This is the left shoulder. Okay. So what we want to see is a breakout of here. Probably go, retest it, hit that as resistance, and then head probably somewhere back down here, or maybe even here, before another move to the upside with maybe some resistance. Whoops. Maybe some resistance, here, and then a breakout. Right? And well, what else? Where would that bring us? Where would that take us, though, if we did break out? Well, let's just look from the head all the way up to the breakout point. Then we take that and we move it over here. Okay? So that's going to bring us right up to $25.17. $25.17. That's a new all-time high. We're probably going to hit some resistance here. What the heck, dude? Okay. Probably hit some resistance right there. And then, hold on. So we got something else too. Is it going to say that we're going to end up in the same spot? Or like, wait a minute. Wait a minute. What's happening here? Is this all saying the same things? Okay, look at that right there at $30. So from right where this is to the golden ratio of the Fibonacci extension, this means this is the level that it's going to be pulled to once we move this 1.618 right here. There's going to be profit taking right here, and that's right between this breakout point and that breakout point. Now let's go over to the monthly and see if it also correlates maybe on a different time frame. Does this all work together, or what is happening with the internet computer? Are we even doing anything? I really think we are, people. So let's just move this out a little bit. As you see, we have a different head and shoulders on this one, which is going to be a little bit lower on the monthly, right? To right there. This is where this is going to be on the monthly. So is this going to bring us right up to this area as well? Like, wait, what is happening? What is happening? Well, we have this head, this shoulder, which is different on the monthly. We can't go all the way up here. So we have to start it right here, exactly at this 0.5. Exactly at the 0.5. Look at this. Exact level of the 0.5. Anyway, so let's take this. Let's measure it from the head all the way up to the resistance line. And then we can see how high we're going to go up with this one on the monthly. And look right where it's bringing us, right to the exact 1 level. So this is what I'm saying, guys. That once the internet computer starts to move, all of these things will correlate. We're going to get pulled to these levels. We're going to get pulled to 7. We're going to get pulled to 1250. This is a huge area right here. We're going to get pulled to that $18 level. And then after that, we have some serious stuff that's going to be happening up the road here. As you see the 2618, look right where this level is in the past. This is a big resistance level, and look at the 3618 right here. So we're going to start to see some big movements happening once these altcoin seasons happen and we start seeing the massive volume come into the market. Things are going to, now let's look at the smaller time frames. I haven't looked at the daily. These are just things that I've been looking at kind of on my own, just trying to figure out what I'm going to do. But I want to, update you guys on what's happening in the shorter term and get this done. Okay. So we got a double top here on the daily, but we also have a double bottom. So here's the thing. we're getting ready to move, but the market hasn't made its choice yet. We got a double top, brought us down, but now we have a double bottom. So I think we're going to be testing this area up here. And what we need to do is close this week, I would say hopefully above $6. Now, we also have a little resistance right here, okay? So this is also a symmetrical triangle. Like I was saying, the market hasn't made up its mind yet. I saw that before I even saw it. So that's a symmetrical triangle. So that means whichever way this breaks is the way we're going to be moving. If we move here, we could, go up and see $7 if we get some volume. I don't see the volume for us to move $7 yet. I don't see the markets recovering for us to hit $7 yet, but it's coming. That's why I wanted you to concentrate on the larger time frames, my friends. Okay, this is what we're thinking. I've been waiting 3 years. What's another 6 months, guys? Like, what's another 6 months? When you see this, I know how to read the charts. Everything is looking pretty decent to me in the charts on the weekly. Let's look at the longer term. Okay, this massive falling wedge. What area do we have to break out for this long-term downtrend to be broken? It's going to be right here. So we're going to have to break somewhere around the 11 to about 15. So this area, depending on how long it takes, if we go right up from where we're at, it's going to be 1174. And if we break this long-term downtrend, guys, the market is on. So watch 1157. That's what I'm telling you right now. If we break this with some volume and we get above that and we confirm it on the weekly, it is on. The market is going to smash up to 20 bucks. That's what I'm telling you to watch. Once we break this level, welcome home $20. As you saw, remember, guys? Remember what I showed you with ICP when we started getting that volume? It went from $4 up to 20 really quick. That's what we're waiting for, guys. That's all we're waiting for, is that volume to start coming into the market, and then we're going to make some money. So just have some patience, load up on your ICP, get some, ecosystem tokens. I actually am doing an interview with Gold Dow. Should have them on the channel. It should be Friday. We might have to reshoot the video, but I can't wait. It was an amazing interview that we had with them, so I can't wait. Guys, this is an exciting market. We're getting ready to be, I wouldn't even say rich. We're going to be able to take control not only over our finances, but on how we work, right? So I've been through a big shift, guys. Let me just give you a little update with me. So my life has gone through multiple shifts. I was in a place before where you guys saw me struggle. That last place that I was in with COVID and everything, I got kind of cabin fever. I made a lot of content, stayed to myself, and I'm a people person. So I have to be around people. So even the house that I lived in, I started, not liking. And so I made a decision to move closer to my family. I wanted to be around my daughter, even though she ended up moving and getting married, which is fine. I'm happy for her. I'm glad that happened. But my mom's here. My other brother just moved here. I got a really good job. I have really good friends at that job. Met some women that I could spend some time with. Looking for that one, obviously. But things have really gone well for me, and I needed that break. And, I felt you guys held me on your back during the bear market so that I could hold you guys on my back. Right. So it's the same thing. And I wouldn't be where I am without you guys, without my family, without the people that rallied me and supported me. So I'm here for you guys for this next market. We're going to make a lot of money. You're going to see the people that can last in the market and the people that will fall victim to the FUD, to the excruciating downtimes, because we get like a month or two of the bull market and then we get 6 months of, stress and pain and people start fighting. So I just want to thank you all. I want you to research crypto, research ICP. Am I telling you to buy it? I am telling you to go research it. And if you're looking to invest in a crypto that is absolutely top tier, then look at the internet computer, look at the utility, look at the fundamentals, look at the staking options and the governance, and look at their 20-year roadmap. Those are the things that are awesome. Guys, I'm going to let you go. I haven't eaten dinner. So my schedule now is basically I make the video on my lunch break at work, the stream. I get all the tags and everything ready. I do the thumbnail. Then I get home, I find the news, and then I do that, and then I go eat dinner. So I have a good plan, good life, and I thank you guys for supporting me. All right, guys, that being said, goodbye and good ICP. Bang! I wasn't